Hey, it's Nats, and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you. If you are new or if you are returning, welcome. I am so ready for today's video because, girl, we're sewing. I have missed sewing. We have spent the last almost month working on the space that I film in, because this is like a pretty multi-use space in our apartment and it needs to work for both myself and my partner. So I really had to put in a lot of work to make this space not only beautiful but functional. So if you want to see that little mini series, I will link it down below, and I'll probably put a little thing. I can't ever remember what side it goes on, but I'll put one up here if you want to watch the makeover of this room. But today, no more makeovers, no more nonsense. No more faffing about. Well, actually, we are going to be faffing about because I just want to have fun. I have been seeing these tote bags, and we've made tote bags before on this channel, and it was really fun and really great, and I kind of learned, we went through the basics and how to make one from an existing bag. But today, we're going to do something a little different. I don't have a pattern, nor do I have an existing bag to work off. We're just going off whatever I can concoct in my brain. And we're just gonna fly by the seat of our pants, or by the seat of our sewing machine? I don't know. By the seat of something. And we are going to do our best to make our own version. I am just going into my scrap fabric for this project. I have some really beautiful satins that I've been dying to play with and use that I think would be really pretty. I think I'm going to pull out this fabric that was actually a bed sheet once upon a time that I thrifted that we made pants out of last year. And honestly, what's to tell ya? I'm obsessed, darling. I'm absolutely, gobsmackingly obsessed with it. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna use it again. I got more of it. We're gonna use it again, and we're gonna make a bag. Both of the fabrics are now ironed, so it is time to figure out what we really want this bag to be. I really like the look of it being wide and having a little bit of a scoop in the top where the straps come. I'll show a reference picture here, and you can see that there's a scoop in it a little bit, it's kind of rounded at the edge. So I'm thinking we are probably gonna make it 45 centimeters, measuring purposes and accuracy. I'm just gonna pop a couple of pins in to secure the edges together, just kind of at all the corners, and then one in the center sort of situation. Do I know if this is really gonna do anything? No. Am I doing it because I feel like it's right? Yes. Here, I'm gonna go in with my rotary blade. Be so careful with these. I have seen videos of people cutting their fingers right off, so be so safe and so careful. Just be mindful when you're using them. Always lock it. Don't touch the blade. And make sure when you're changing them, you're being super careful. Putting nice even pressure as I cut to make sure I cut all the way through. Missed a spot there. Sometimes that happens. I gotta change out these blades. I'm just gonna put this fabric with the scrap. Now we have the bulk of what we're gonna use here. Oh, I had that pretty good. Now that I have the width figured out for the bag, I wanna figure out the depth. I'm thinking probably 31 this way. So for this one, I'm just gonna more eyeball it than anything. You could mark it like we did the last one, but most of this is gonna get cut away anyway, so I'm not super precious about it. All right, now that I have the rectangle, so the bag is gonna sit. Okay, I am measuring about 5 centimeters in on each side before I create the V. When they get put together, that means it's gonna be about 10 centimeters wide. That actually feels like too much. Why don't we go with 4 to make 8? That sounds better to me. Now that I have this mark here and this mark here at 4, I'm going to take this and fold it in half lengthwise, and I'm just gonna be so crazy here, and I'm not gonna measure, I'm not gonna do anything. I am gonna kind of fly by the seat of my pants here and line these up the best I can. And I'm just gonna do a scoop here. And we can always make it wider, and but we can't add any back. So I'm gonna start with like a gentler scoop. Let's do 5 down. Why not? And I'm so crazy for just doing it like this. But I'm literally just vibing here. Aiming with the notches we made. Always go back and clean this up. I want this to come a little bit more in this way. Be a little bit more. I have a scoop and it's pretty even. Oh my God, I can't believe that worked. That was pretty nice. And this is gonna get cleaned up when we hem it. It will be a lot smoother, and it will also like dramatize it a little bit. So pulling you out here, kind of put it together for you guys before we sew it. So I'll show you what it's gonna be like here. These sides are gonna get sewn together. I'm trying to decide if I'm actually gonna cut this bottom part because I might not need to sew another edge. I am gonna line it. So maybe if I cut the liner the right way, I'll be able to, I don't know. I think that might be cool to not have, like to have as little seams as possible and use the fact that it's scrap fabric to my advantage maybe. We'll see. I turn this inside out. Oh yeah. Oh, do I maybe make it not so square? I like this shape. I didn't mean to do it this way. That's how it's coming out. So maybe, hold on, scoopy. This, having it less, maybe I'll just do the corners. Maybe we can throw a dart in there and just do the corners like that and make it less slopey. Now you've got me thinking. Okay, anywho, I'll decide that in a minute. I'll think on that for a sec. Now I got this, so the straps are gonna attach on the sides here, and they'll go here. This will fold over, and then this will be the bag. Do you see? Do you see the vision? I can see the vision, so I think that's all that matters here.
I'm waiting at the doorstep, I'm finally home. I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio's playing our song. And then you stood there smiling at me as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It is true.
Now that I have all 4 pieces ready to go, I am going to just put some straight stitch finishing and straight stitches in my sleeves. I'm going to do French seams on these because they are that like satin material. I want to make sure they're not going to be frayed, and because I'm using them as straps, I don't want anything to like go crazy because I just want to make sure that it's as sturdy as it possibly can be and it's not gonna like fall apart on me.
Will you still love me? Yes, I'm getting hungry and old. And when you are away, I sometimes shiver and cold. It is hard to define you, but you're worth more than gold. When everything is told. Waiting at the doorstep, finally home. I've been gone for too long. It is true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It is true. Baby, how I need the loving of you. Baby, how I need the loving of you. Baby, how
yesterday I was able to get all my pieces ready to be assembled. So all I have to do today is assemble everything. The first thing I am gonna do is add an extra mark on the fabric, about 6 centimeters up and 6 centimeters across the bottom, and just connect the two with my ruler, because I did decide last night that I do want the edges to kind of like bump in and it not be perfectly square. I think that giving it more of like a shape will make it feel, I don't know, prettier and just a little girlier and just a little more unique. And if I'm making it myself, why not add the detail? After adding those markings, I'm going to do a zigzag stitch on all of the like open edges, like all of the like raw edges, just to make sure everything is really locked in and nothing's gonna fray over time before I go in and do my joining stitches and attach everything. I am not doing anything fancy in this like attachment process, just like a regular schmegular, everything's inside out, sewing everything together. And just like you would put like straps on a dress, that's the same like method I'm using for the straps on the bag. So the straps will be sandwiched in between the like outside fabric and the lining fabric. All my attention, don't ya, miss?
Of Jesus and the cross, the shadow from.
All right, friends, I am on the last step. I have it all ready to go. My straps are on and there, and I just want to add one more finishing detail. I'm going to add an exposed seam all the way around over top of the straps and just all around the top, just to give it an extra detail. I'm using the same thread I've been using this whole time. It's just this really light cream color. I don't think you're gonna see it right off that. Sorry, I'm all hiccupy from my Cove Soda. Don't look. But not sponsored unless Cove Soda's watching. Hey, hit your girl up. I'm gonna just add that finishing detail. Just, I feel like it really finishes off the bag. It makes it look like less crafty. I really want this to look like a dance bag or something. I grew up doing ballet. I really feel like the blue and the stripes give that. I just want to add an extra little oomph to it and really make it personalized and do the most.
Tonight. with you for life, and we can go anywhere you wanna go. Ooh, there's no place we can't go. Ooh, my home is when I'm alone with you. With
All right, friends, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this week. I loved just getting back behind the sewing machine. Oh, what's going on here? Whoa. Here we go. I loved getting back behind the sewing machine and just like puzzling together something. It's a simple project, and I'm sure with like a pattern and instructions, this would take like a couple of hours. My favorite thing about sewing is figuring it out and learning something and then having to like build on that knowledge. So putting this together and using some of the techniques that we learned last year, the French seams, the tucked in straps, knocking of the corners, just like simple details that really like elevate something from homemade craft to like, I could have bought this in a store and you wouldn't know. Like, I don't know. To me, I would have bought this at the dance store for $50. And I think in total, in time, it took me probably 3-4 hours total from start to finish to actually to make the bag. And then in cost, it was free because it was all scrap fabric of stuff I've used before. So I probably spent like maybe $5 or $6 on material total. And I love it. I'm going to use it to run. And that is a great way for me to bring up that I am running and I am vlogging and recording it all over on my TikTok. So if you want to come run with me and watch that process, because it's kind of terrifying and I'm not a runner. I'm a fitness girl. I love the gym. I love lifting, but running is very new to me. So me and my sister are over on TikTok running. So if you want to go see that, go check out my TikTok. It is the same as it is here. Hey, hi, Mads. Come give me a follow over there and you can see that. Oh, this lighting just got crazy. Oh, there we go. I will see you guys next week. Bye.